have an excruciating headache right now, but we're going to move past that stage of my life so I can make this video because I have 3 things to talk about, and one of them is something that's not really big news to anyone, and 2 of them are just awkward stories that I told Erica and I thought you guys might like to hear. Also, I'm having an oddly good hair day today. I don't know how this happened, seeing as I woke up late and missed my first class because I forgot to set my alarm. It's the first time I've missed class in, what, like 12 years of school? So, that's fantastic. Anyway, first bit of information that's not news to anyone is that NaNoWriMo started today, and I am dying already because I have so many ideas in my brain and I don't know where to start, and it's driving me crazy, as evidenced by me singing that randomly, and there is hair all over the place. I must be shedding with my great hair day. Anyway, the second story is about me going to the library to look for a book to read, and the 3rd floor of the library is where young adult fiction is, and they're reshelving it right now, and so everything's a little bit confusing. So I went and I got on the library catalog and I looked up the call number for this book. And so I go to the place where these books normally are and I'm hunting it down and I can't find it, and I'm wandering around for like 30 minutes, and finally I'm like, this is ridiculous. I'm gonna go to the reference desk and ask for help. So I go up to the reference desk and the guy sitting there is a very attractive Asian American male. And I find Asians really attractive. And so I was like, nervous flirting. So I go and I give him the name of the book, and I give him the little call slip, and I say, I cannot find this book. I just don't know what's going on. So he's like, okay, it's on the 3rd floor. I'll go with you. So we go up the elevator to the 3rd floor, and we go to the place where the book's supposed to be, where I've been looking for the past 30 minutes. And the walkways between the bookshelves are really thin. Like, you can barely turn around in them. That's how thin they are. So he starts walking, and he reaches his hand back like this. You can't see that. Like that. And I thought he wanted to hold my hand, as in, like, to lead me through. So I put my hand in his hand, and I'm holding his hand, and he gives me this look, and he's like, can I have the slip of paper? I was like, no. I thought he was doing the kind of thing like, you know, when your dad's leading you through the woods or something. I don't know, whenever that happens to you. If your dad were to lead you through the woods and he'd reach back to hold your hand and you put your hand in it. It was so awkward. Oh, man. Second awkward thing also has to do with hands, is that I went to a church service on Sunday, and it was not the normal one that I go to. I went a little later in the evening, so it was actually the church service for children, which I was not aware that we had one, but it's specifically catered toward children. So when I walk in, the whole area where the service takes place is filled with children and their parents, and in the back row it's like the only empty row, and there's on one side a boy looking about my age, you know, sitting there. So I'm like, oh, I guess I'll go sit kind of next to him, because I mean, like, really nowhere else to sit. So I sit down maybe 6 feet away from him. It's kind of an awkward distance, but I'm like, whatever. So we start the service, and around the point where we normally start singing, you know, stand up, sing the songs, they decide to do an interactive hand clapping activity for the children, where you can only use one of your hands and you have to clap with the person next to you. So you have to have a partner so that you can clap. The only person on our pew is this guy, like 6 feet away from me, so that we can't comfortably clap hands with each other. So I have to, like, lean over to reach for him, and he kind of looks at me, and I kind of look at him, and it's like this awkward, do you want to be my hand clapping partner kind of questioning gaze, and he just kind of looks straight forward, reaches his hand out, and just, like, holds it still so that I'm, like, leaning forward against him clapping. It was... I don't know how I'm supposed to get you to picture this. It was so awkward. We were both looking straight forward, and it was just like, clap, 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 clap. It was great. Alright, so those are the stories, and the NaNoWriMo-ness that I actually need to go and finish my 1,667 words for today, because I am behind right now. Also, dark circles under the eyes are not attractive, Nettie Ann. You need to stop staying up so late. Anyway.